Was this Shota Imanaga's best start of his Cubs career? We're going to break down why I think it was, and you can look back at a number of different starts last year in 2024, including the very first home opener for the Cubs, which is what he did again here in 2025. And you could say, well, he almost carried a no-hitter through that game, and he struck out 9, and today he only struck out 4. Well, guess what? He did it without his ace stuff. He still didn't walk a guy, and he threw the most amount of innings that he has as a Cub in his career. That's right. He never went past 7 innings except for against the Padres last year when he ended up giving a 2-run home run up to that one guy who just got suspended for 80 games for PEDs. Whoops. All right, let's go to the tape, and the first thing I want to show you is Baseball Savant. On the left is 2024 against the Padres in his game in May, and then on the right is against the Padres on April 4th, 2025. If you notice, about the same amount of fastballs, a very much lower amount of splitters, and how about this? 12 sweepers in this game, whereas over in May 7th of 2024, only 4 sweepers, 1 sinker, 2 curveballs. He had 12 sweepers, 2 curveballs today. So was this because Shota wanted to switch it up against a new team? I don't think so. I think it's because he noticed 2 things early on. Number 1, he could get away with the fastball, but not too much of the fastball. And number 2, he didn't have that put-away splitter on this day in 2025. So I'm going to show you dang near as many pitches as possible. So we're going to start off in the first inning. Fernando Tatis, just fastball after fastball. And you'll see on your screen here, we've got the actual pitches that are being thrown. And if you notice, 90s, and a lot in the 90s for the fastballs here. He gets Tatis on the splitter, and that is your first out. Then up is Luis Arraez, fastball. Then another fastball, another ground out. How about Shota? 2 ground outs to start the game. Don't see that very often. 91 swung through, 91 inside, and then the splitter. He gets the call. Got lucky a little bit on that one. 91 up, and splitter doesn't do the job. And then the splitter right in the middle, and here's that first sign that he's like, yeah, that's not what I wanted. Another fastball, can't get him. Fastball inside, 92. He's starting to ramp up a little bit. 93 on the paint, and that is going to be your fastest fastball of the game from Shota. He never threw another fastball up over 92 again the rest of the game. So that was why when we look at the fastball, and you'll see as this goes on in a little bit here, yes, he could get away with the fastball. Yes, he has that disappearing, quote-unquote, fastball, but when it's only 90, 91, and a lot of it was 88, 89 in this game, you can only get away with so many. So let's go to the second inning now. Leading off is Bogaerts. He gets ahead of Bogaerts on the fastball, 1-1, then the splitter, 1-2, and then another split, 81, gone any other day with that wind blowing in. Wow, PCA, man. Just fun to watch. Shota knows he got away with that. Then he kind of shies away from the splitter after that. So he goes fastball, sweep, fastball, another sweep, lazy fly ball to left field. Ian Happ's got it. And then he's going to end the inning with 2 more fastballs, little lazy fly ball to center field. Now remember this. Let me pause for a second. Remember this. He ended up throwing after that splitter that nearly got taken out, and he was like, oh, it's not the pitch that I wanted to throw. He ends up throwing fastball sweep to a lefty. Now, we've become accustomed to Shota throwing sweepers to lefties, not necessarily to righties. We're going to get to that in a little bit in this game. But then he throws these 2 fastballs, and now let's go back to the tape in the 4th inning. Check it out on your right-hand side here. Fastball, little ground out. So that's 4 fastballs in a row. Fastball, 5. Fastball swung through, 6. Fastball, fly out, 7. So he ends up throwing 7 fastballs in a row, but on the 8th one, Martin Maldonado, you kidding me? Oh, against the wind. That's the first hit for the Padres. That's the first run for the Padres. It was 90 miles an hour on the inside corner. So at this point, my theory is Shota says, okay, yeah, the fastball works, but only to a certain extent. And as you notice right here on the first pitch to Tatis, I don't show you here, but it is a fastball. It's a swinging strike for a fastball. Then he goes back to the splitter, and that one gets hammered too. So he's like, okay, pause. I threw a splitter to Bogaerts, and it was nearly parked. And then I threw a bunch of fastballs in a row, and it worked for a little bit. A few sweepers over to Merrill there because he's a lefty. Geez. Now Tatis got me for the splitter when he grounded out on that pitch last time. Maybe my split just isn't doing it today. So what does he do for the rest of this inning? Well, he goes back to the fastball. So 4 fastballs in a row, little pop-up to Dansby, final out of the inning. Going to the 4th now, and you'll notice I'm not going to show you a ton of pitches here, but look at all the fastballs and look at all the splitters. So he's still trying. He's still fighting through it, but look at the velocity on the fastballs. It's 89 to 90. It's not even flirting. There's one fastball that flirts with 91. This one on 2-2 to Machado. Lazy fly out to right field, so he can get away with the fastball. Next pitch is to Xander Bogaerts. 2-1. Now he starts to kind of pitch backwards here. He says, okay, let's throw the split instead of in a 2-strike count. Let's throw it in a when I'm behind. Now he tries to get ahead on the fastball to Jackson Merrill. Not a big deal. He's battling through at this point, though. Like, he still gets out of this inning. He starts off Gurriel with another splitter. He's battling. He's trying to figure out what's the pitch mix. Like, we gotta maybe start with the splitter. Well, no, he didn't go for that one. So there's the fastball. Okay, I'll go on a even count. I'll go with the splitter. And he's just kind of pushing through here. I'm telling you right now, I was watching this game live. I'm thinking to myself, Shota doesn't have his best stuff. Is it the elements? Is it the Padres not figuring out? I think it's just the fact that he knows how to grind when he doesn't have his best stuff. But here's the key. Now you're looking at it here in the 5th inning. Before I even show you the first pitch, check it out. In his first 4 innings, he only threw 2 sweepers. That was in 51 pitches. That's less than 4% of the time he's throwing something non-fastball or non-splitter related. Everything else, of the other 49 pitches, they were all fastballs or splitters. Here in the 5th inning, count it, 1 curveball and 3 sweepers, only 2 fastballs and 2 splitters. So the most pitches he threw in the 5th inning, and we'll watch it right now, are the sweepers. So sweeper, lead it off to Cronenworth, and another sweeper at 80, back-to-back sweepers. Then he tries to punch him out on the fastball. Feels like that's the put-away pitch. Doesn't go for it. Oh, sweeper down the middle. So 3 out of 4 were sweepers, but he's got to the point, I believe, right now in the 5th inning where he says, well, it's not the splitter. That's not the put-away pitch. I can get ahead with the splitter. The fastball is either the put-away pitch or I got to start using other pitches. I think he went and had a conversation with someone during that 4th inning, after the 4th inning, and said, listen, it's not the pitch today. We gotta do something different. So then, and the rest of this was kind of, he's just pitching to the situation now. Little bunt, Maldonado, again, look at that. That was a leadoff splitter. And where is it? It's in the middle of the plate. He's not trying to get them to chase. He's just now, at this point, he's kind of using it as a straight change is the way to look at this splitter. Then on the very next one, Maldonado, splitter again. There you go. Perfect execution on this rundown. You can't ask for a better result as Maldonado stays at first. Threat is eliminated. And then a curveball, a leadoff curveball. That's his first curveball of the game. Goes to Fernando Tatis Jr. Why? Well, because Fernando Tatis Jr. has already seen enough fastballs. He was on the fastballs in that very first at-bat. He's found them straight back. Then on the second, at the end of that first at-bat, gets the splitter down low, grounds out. But then on the next at-bat, he takes that splitter and lines it back up the middle. So what's Shota saying? He's just, I'm just going to throw something else up there. So he's battling, guys. That's where I really want to focus here. All right, then in the 6th inning, you can count it up. We've got 13 pitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fastballs, 1 curveball, and then count it with me, 1, 2, 3 sweepers, and 1 split. All right, 4 out of the 13 pitches, non-fastball or split. And let's watch it. Sweeper starts off with a rise. On the 0-2, it's another sweeper. On the 1-2, it's a fastball. Nico makes a great play on this one. His arm is fine. That forearm's good. All right, then to Machado. Starts off with a sweeper. When's the last time we saw him throw a leadoff first pitch sweeper to a right-handed batter? I haven't. I can't remember another time. What's the rest of the at-bat look like? On the 0-1 goes with the split. Okay. Just, again, trying to maybe use it kind of like as a straight change. Then fastball fouled straight back. And then fastball up high. On the 2-2, swings through. So he's still using that fastball as the punch-out pitch. Then you've got Bogarts. This time, curveball again. There's the curveball. And then, hey, hit it as hard as you want, Xander, but the ball's not going out over there, even though Martin Maldonado did it somehow. Let's go to the 7th inning. On a 1-1 pitch to Merrill, sweeper swings right through the middle, and then he thinks, okay, let's try another splitter, and it's just not there. Look at his response. He's just like, no, that's not it. So what does he do? He goes back to the sweeper, and he says, I don't care that I don't throw it as a strike. It's a pitch right now. Gets the strikeout. Leads off once again with Gurriel with the split for the strike, and then a sweeper to a righty. A sweeper to a righty. Fastball. These guys are thrown off at this point. This is the beautiful thing. Let me pause for a second. This is the beautiful thing about him mixing in these other pitches. He hasn't had to do this to this point in his Cubs career. Why? Because Tommy Hotovy and the pitching coach, the pitching infrastructure, they all say, just go north-south. North-south. What is north-south? That means fastballs up high and splitters in the dirt. So I don't need this curveball. I don't need this sweeper. So for that reason, he hasn't had to bring it in. But when the splitter's not working, look at how these secondary pitches that are also semi-plus pitches, when you really think about it, they work. All right, and the final at-bat of the inning, we got, once again, the splitter. Splitter to the lefty, starting him off. Then fastball right down the middle. Cronenworth is frozen. And then fastball outside, almost caught the edge. And sweeper didn't work that time. One of the only bad sweepers he had thrown. And nearly gets him on the check swing. Doesn't, though. And a little ground ball. Cronenworth is like, went foul? No, that was very fair. That was very fair. 7 innings. He's never gone past 7 innings. At least never gotten an out in the 8th inning, I should say. But he does just that. And on a 1-2 pitch to Lockridge, he gets him to ground out to first on the splitter. What's my point here, guys? My point is that Shota didn't have his stuff. I can't get into his head, but my thought is he found out that he can't throw too many fastballs. He also was having a tough time putting guys away with the splitter, so why not go to the sweeper? Why not just at least keep them off guard? And he didn't walk a single batter. He struck out 4. He only allowed 4 hits. He was on his freaking game. How do you not call this guy an ace? Go Cubs, go. They win. We'll ignore all of the Presley stuff in the 9th inning. You can go relive that if you want. That's sick. That's disgusting. Cubs win.